You were literally the craziest guy I've ever met in my life. I was like, oh.
Was Tom Holland's disability and years of bullying a blessing in disguise? Why did Tom's career choice feel like a sacrifice to him? And what kept Holland from opening up about his dating life? Let's spill the dark tea behind the Marvel star. Diagnosed with a disability early on. While Tom is on his way to becoming a worldwide star, there's still a lot we have to uncover about him. Looking at 24-year-old Holland, fans see a role model nailing every single character no matter what the genre. Whether he's playing a superhero or doing a jaw-dropping dance to Rihanna's Umbrella song wearing a corset, one thing's for sure, he is definitely memorable. And those skills didn't come from nowhere. Tom was only 7 years old when he was diagnosed with a learning disorder, dyslexia. Just reading stressed the hell out of him. Holland's parents decided to put their son into an all-boys school to get personalized care. Meanwhile, little Tom found his own coping mechanism, shaking his body to Janet Jackson songs. Those tunes clearly had healing power. Tom found something he could truly excel in. Holland explained in an interview, "When I was a baby, one of her songs used to send me into a dancing frenzy. My mum thought I had natural rhythm, so she was like, 'You should go to a dance class.'" And that's exactly what Tom ended up doing, going to a dance school to learn hip-hop and practice ballet. Yet, what seemed to bring Tom joy turned his social life into a nightmare, enduring years of bullying. These days, Holland's daily challenges include dealing with annoying paparazzi and media attention. Yet, less than a decade ago, he was a teenage boy whose personality was too odd for his peers. All that quirkiness and dancing skills that helped him land the iconic role of Spider-Man were not praised at all in his secondary school. What fans find charming about Tom now actually used to get him bullied big time. Yeah, can you believe that being a ballerina in an all-boys school isn't the coolest thing to do? Back in 2017, the Marvel star broke his silence on growing up an outsider and how it made him resilient. "I had my rough patches. There was times when I was bullied about dancing and stuff, but you couldn't hit me hard enough to stop me from doing it."
I've been so lucky in my life that when I've really pushed myself and when I've worked hard, I've received great love from people.
Damn, this boy can deliver TED Talks. Holland took that experience on the chin and turned the snarky commentary into his motivation. After non-stop training and auditioning every single 6 months for 2.5 years, Tom made it to the stages as the lead in Billy Elliot musical in London. Believe it or not, being mocked actually helped Tom get into the Peter Parker alter ego. To everyone's surprise, he was never a school heartthrob, but finding what he genuinely liked while surrounded by the right people brought Tom to a happy place. "I was also struggling talking to girls, struggling with homework," he said. "That's why I think he's one of the most loved characters in this universe. Those days are long gone. Now Holland is the face of the Marvel universe, ingrained in cinematic history till the end of times." Dear bullies, who's laughing now? Spoiler alert, nobody said Hollywood fame is easy to live with. And if you want to know more about that, go hit the subscribe button to get all the juicy behind-the-scenes info of Hollywood. Normal life was over real quick. Tom's never-ending pursuit finally paid off when the Billy Elliot kid got his mind-blowing breakthrough. Moving from Kingston all the way to Atlanta in the US to audition for the role of Peter Parker with no acting background says a lot about Holland's character. Can you imagine doing 8 auditions, endless self-tapes and screen tests for half a year, only to be ghosted for 6 weeks afterwards? That's how Tom's audition went, but eventually he captured everyone with his kind heart and mesmerizing backflips.
Do I need to do that? I know we're on different teams. I just don't want to be disrespectful to you.
You surrender.
Wait! Whoa, that thing does not obey the laws of physics.
This is exactly what left Civil War directors and Chris Evans, aka Captain America, speechless. Holland was only 19 when he became the new leading man in the Marvel Universe, the youngest actor to ever be cast in the role, and the first British actor to play Spider-Man, beating out Timothée Chalamet himself. Not bad for a die-hard Peter Parker fan who slept on Spider-Man sheets. After the release of the movie, Tom said that his life was flipped upside down and didn't get any easier. The never-ending media attention chasing the new Marvel star and fishing for drama put a lot of pressure on Tom. It must be hard to stay grounded when millions of people are praising you for your existence, but Holland did just that. 2 years ago, Holland got candid with Evening Standard, saying, "My parents have chained me to the floor. It's so important and I'm so grateful that they've done that, because otherwise you can get lost in this beautiful world that's Hollywood." The Avengers actor did everything to not go off the rails with fame, money, and drugs, and sometimes Tom might take it too far. He never takes a break. Still wonder how to get Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, and Jake Gyllenhaal to fall in love with you? Tom Holland hacked the game and got all of these guys to gush over him in interviews. How? He's absolutely adorable and never rests. A while ago, Tom confessed his secret to success to Zendaya, saying, "My biggest strength is my work ethic. Like on Spider-Man, I would just try to outwork everyone." The truth is, with Marvel franchises like this, there is literally no room to mess up. If you don't nail it on the first try, you don't get a second chance. While we're all struggling to figure out plans for the weekend, Tom has his whole life plan set out. The actor told The Hollywood Reporter that he'll be following the footsteps of Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep, saying, "The 20-year goal is to be a film director. The 15-year goal is to win an Oscar. The 5-year goal is to just keep enjoying myself." With a pace like that, Tom will be done by 30. And none of it just landed in his hands. The kid worked hard as hell, sometimes even going way too far. As part of his preparation for the Spider-Man movie, Holland became an undercover student at the Bronx High School. He spoke in a fake accent and carried a fake ID with the name Ben Perkins on it. No one, not even the school teachers, had any idea what was going on.
That's not low, that's clever.
That's dedication not all of us can handle. Should we even mention his workout routine?
Pads on you, and you work out while the pads electrocute you. 20 minutes of like pure pain, but it works out to be really good.
Hellish, but Tom knows what it takes to stay in the industry, and he keeps proving he's ready to do whatever it takes to maintain his career, even if it means a series of unfortunate events in the love department. Don't click out of the video just yet, or you'll miss all the details. His career was a personal sacrifice. They say to achieve something, you must lose something, and that's the painful truth Tom was barely able to accept. When the life of the actor took a spin with filming and touring abroad, Tom had to separate from his best friend. His most loyal fan and supporter couldn't tag along with him. Meet Tessa, a blue Staffordshire bull terrier who every now and then floods Tom's Instagram, and definitely our hearts as well. The separation from Tessa was by no means any less of a heartbreak for Holland than your first school love. The actor basically dedicated his feed to his bestie, from a picture of her dressed as a fairy to her waking up in bed with Tom on a gloomy morning. Who wouldn't want to have a buddy like that on days when the whole world turns against you? Since living out of a suitcase and hopping from one place to another isn't suitable for a dog, Tom's parents did their best to keep the two united. Tom had his fair share of FaceTime sessions and even got Tessa's portrait as a gift from his mum and dad. Just look at this beauty! Maintaining his most valuable friendship is hard as hell for Tom, but not less complicated than his dating life. Not lucky in love?
My love life has been a bit of a disappointment, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Have you noticed how every single time there's a potential beau on the horizon, Tom gets called just a friend? The last time the actor actually got an opportunity to reveal his feelings out loud was to his childhood sweetheart, Elle Lotherington, in 2015. It seems like the move to the US might have put an end to their puppy love. Endless flights from one country to another, hectic schedules and touring, none of that allows for a consistent dating life. Since then, Tom and Zendaya have been on top of the charts for the most shipped couples of the year. No wonder fans were so adamant about the two being together. The only spare minute Holland actually had was in between takes of Spider-Man movies, so where else would he ever find his beau? Zendaya posting videos of Tom Holland on her Insta, calling him her favorite person, while Tom was gushing over Daya in the interviews, made us all believe there was more than friendship between them. The truth is, the two never made it past best buddies, at least in the public eye. In July 2019, Holland finally spilled the tea in an Elle interview and opened up about his relationship status. The actor said he's done being single and couldn't wait to find the one. Definitely a relationship person. I'm not the fleeting type at all. It's not my way of life. It seems like the star manifested his dreams into existence. Since the start of a hellish 2020, Holland's been dating the actress Nadia Parks, and they even moved in together in London before the lockdown. The Cupids responsible for this happy union are none other than the GOT actress Sophie Turner and her husband Joe Jonas. How cool is that? This July, Tom made it clear he's done hiding his love for this girl. The actor made it Instagram official, posting a picture of his girlfriend captured, "How stunning are these golf clubs?" After all those years and non-stop work, things are finally going the way Tom wanted. He's home with his favorite person, with the freedom to embark on any ventures they want. What now? After starring alongside people one can only dream of, like Keanu Reeves, Daniel Radcliffe, and Robert Downey Jr., Tom doesn't forget to give back to the community. Together with his 3 younger brothers, Holland has taken his vocation beyond teen superhero movies. Since 2017, Holland has run the Brothers Trust, supporting charities that struggle to be heard. Every year, Tom raises money for charities through private screenings and meet and greets with his fans. As of now, Holland is 24, and according to his plan, he is focusing on challenging himself artistically and going full method. With the recent release of The Devil All the Time, Tom's shown his acting range and proven that he's the real deal. He told Vanity Fair, "I had to go places mentally that I didn't know I could go to, or don't think I ever want to go again." Let's see what the future holds for Tom. Do you think Holland will be the next Joaquin Phoenix? Is Nadia the one for him? Comment below, subscribe if you liked the video, and as always, thanks for watching.